Don't turn the light out, let it burn brighter. I can see so clearly now. For every fear that's fading, another heart is waiting. It takes a man to hold things down.
Yes, guys, welcome back to another stream, man. We just watched the England game, and yeah, it wasn't actually that bad, man. It actually wasn't too bad, for once we can actually watch our country and not fall asleep, which is good news. For the people asking, Karl and show, as always, it's open to members. We'll get the members done first. If we have time towards the end, we'll open it up to non-members. But I've also got a Twitch stream to do as well, hopefully, if this controller works. But yeah, man, Hugh joined me as well for the Foden show. Big up, Hugh. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Enjoying a little break, enjoying the international break. But yeah, I'm good, man.
Cool. Good holiday and that, yeah?
Yeah. No, bad weather, man. Bad weather. Thunderstorms, lightning and that. But it was, you know what I mean? It's okay. It's nice to chill out.
Yeah, good, man. Good. Right, okay, we'll go through the calls, man. We've only got 3 at the moment, guys. So if you do want to join, feel free to get yourself in. Let's bring in my boy Danny Bree. Come on, man. What you saying, bro?
Yes. Good to see you.
How you doing, man? You well?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good. Good. What are you saying? What do you want to talk about, man? What's on your top of your tongue?
You wanted strong opinions. I'm here to talk about the elephant in the room, and that's Ake's injury. And there is one person I'd like to see cover there. That's Manuel Akanji. I think he can definitely do that job. I just want to know what you guys thought.
I think Akanji can definitely fill in. Obviously, we've already got Gavardio, and Gavardio's played his 2 matches now, so he's fine. But obviously, we can. This Ake one looks quite bad. I don't know if you've seen it, Hugh. You seen it?
No.
Bro, he got stretchered off, bro. He's got a bad hamstring injury by the sounds of it. Stretcher, so he's going to be out for a couple of months. So basically, Gavardio is going to have to be rotated. So the options really is Akanji or Rico Lewis, isn't it? Because you can't play Walker left back.
Yeah,
he's not got a left foot. So yeah, I mean, for me, I think he can do. I think Rico Lewis can do it as well. Obviously, Rico Lewis did it tonight for England. But to be honest, I don't think there's much in it, in my opinion. What are you saying, Danny? Would you go for Akanji over Rico?
Yeah, I would go for Akanji for a couple of reasons. The first one is I know Rico's young, so you don't want to overwork him. He's played almost every game this season. He missed the first England game. They benched him. But he played the whole game today. He played the whole of the first 3 games, so I wouldn't play him every game. And also, I think Akanji sort of has that sort of Ake skill set where he's a good one-on-one defender. I always think back to the game we beat Arsenal 4-1 in the treble season. He was the left back against Saka, and he, as you would say, he slammed there. He was great. So that's what I'd do.
What would you do, Hugh? Would you go Akanji or Rico? Because we are going to have to do this. Obviously, Gvardiol can't play the next 2 months and play every single game.
I think you'll find if Vardiol's fit, he will play the majority of it. That's my gut feeling. But no, I see a lot of people in the chat saying it. I mean, during the treble season, Akanji did fill in that area of the pitch at times, and he's very good. I see a lot of people on Twitter at the minute having a good debate. Well, actually, I don't really like the debate when people do this, but people are donning Akanji as possibly the best defender at the club right now, and he possibly doesn't get the appreciation he deserves. And I suppose since he's arrived, he has shown a huge amount of versatility. So, yeah. I mean, probably it makes the most sense. You know, he is the most versatile of the defenders we have. He has the skill set to do so. But like I said, I think you'll see Vardiol play most of the football. I think he's probably untouchable right now, and as long as he's fit, he'll stay there.
Yeah, I totally agree. There's another thing on Twitter I'd like to shoot down. There's people saying Wilson as Brand might get games. I highly doubt that. I think he's way down. There's no proof he's even existed since preseason. So
it's a shame, really, because was it last year that he had a really good preseason? It was the year before.
It was before the treble season.
Yeah, it was the year before. He did really, really well in pre-season, and I said play him against Liverpool in the Community Shield, and everyone went, no, don't do that. It'll ruin him if he has a bad game. I said, well, you've got to throw him in, and he ended up getting loaned out, and we've never seen him since. And then pre-season this year, he wasn't particularly great. So yeah, no. I doubt he'll maybe he could feature against Watford at home. In the League Cup, maybe he could feature there, but even then, I kind of want to win the League Cup, man. So, yeah, I don't know, man. But obviously, it's this is the thing with that with the defense. It is quite strong, but it probably is slightly weaker on the left because if the right back gets injured, you've got Rico Lewis, Kyle Walker, Akanji with the left. You're sort of playing Rico and Akanji on the left, where you don't really want to do that. But I mean, it is what it is. Before you go, Danny, Jack Grealish, bro, he looked very good in pre-season. Then got injured. He's obviously since come back. I don't know if you've seen it tonight. Played very, very good. And he played in midfield today. And he played in midfield against Ireland. What do you make of Jack Grealish this year? It's a big year for him, isn't it?
Yeah, make or break. I was a huge critic of him last year. He had 1 assist in August and then 3 goals in December, and that was it for him. But I think he's a big confidence player, and his confidence is going to be high after the international break and after that West Ham game. So for me, he's in the lineup against Brentford. And I also think Pep will play him against Arsenal. Just he'll do that sort of traditional big game setup where it's Grealish left, Bernardo right. That's how I see it. But you have to play him while he's sure of himself and confident. And if he starts dropping stinkers, you got Savinho who can play there. You got Doku who can play there. Even Foden. I know you don't like Foden on the left, but it's also an option. But right now, I think you got to keep him there.
Do you, Danny or LB, I don't know if you spoke about any of your shows, do you foresee, I predicted it before the season, but do either of you foresee Grealish playing that kind of central role for City this season?
No? I don't think so. He hasn't played it once in 3 years of being here, so I don't really think it's ever going to happen.
I'm with Danny. I just feel that if Pep thought he could play in midfield, you would have seen it at least a couple of times. And I think the only time we've ever seen it was in the Community Shield in his first game, I think.
Yeah, and we also saw it against Milan in pre-season. He played false 9 in the second half.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think so. Yeah. No, listen, he played well for England against Ireland. He played well there tonight again, but I just don't think he's going to do it. Otherwise, he probably would have done it. Anything else, Danny, before we get a new caller on, bro?
Last thing I'm going to say is if you put Akanji at left back, I think you have the center back spot open, and that's just a perfect time to get Stones back in. That's the last thing I'm going to say. Yeah. But just really great to be here. Nice to be the first time on for me. So
big up, man. Big up for supporting. And make sure you come on again, innit? Big up, bro. Nice
See you around.
Peace out, Danny, man. Peace out, Danny. Let's keep the calls coming in. There's only 3 more people in the background, guys. We've got Paolo, Steve, and then Alf as well. So you won't be waiting too long if you guys do want to get in the queue. Yo, big up my man Paolo, bro. What are you saying, man?
Not bad. How are you guys?
Very good, very good. I can actually watch my country play football again. You know what I mean, without putting pins in my eyes, which is nice. What do you want to talk about, man?
Can we just touch back on the Grealish Central thing? I think we're actually gonna see this a lot this season because when KDB plays on that left center midfielder role, he goes a lot to the left wing. This is the point where I think we're gonna see Grealish going inside. He's gonna go inside and make the fullback make a decision. He either goes inside with Grealish or he stays out wide to pick up KDB. This is going to create a lot of space for both Grealish and KDB to work on. I think this is going to happen a lot. And that's why I think the most common partnership for wingers is going to be Savio on the right and Grealish on the left.
Well, Hugh, you asked the question. So do you think Grealish is going to play the middle, bro?
I thought he was potentially going to play in midfield before, or have cameos in midfield, or offer us an attacking option in midfield before we signed Ilkay Gundogan, but then Gundo came back, and that may change the plans a bit. But with the winger complements we have, I was kind of like, well, if Grealish isn't going to get the time on the wing, maybe midfielder somewhere he can get it. But I think since Gundo's come back, probably not.
But we've also got Kovacic, Gundogan, Matheus Nunes.
I think we can correct
Matthews. Yeah, but my thing is that Grealish is far more attacking than all of them. Grealish is a far more attacking player. Even though Kovacic looks so far at the start of this season, he's proved he actually has a bit of attacking ability in him, and I think he's possibly improved on that over the summer since last season. But I just felt we didn't have any proper, other than De Bruyne and Foden before Gundogan came back, we didn't have any proper creative outlets who maybe might create goals, might create assists. And Grealish has shown he can do that. He can do that through the middle. I know people say it's only against Ireland and that, but he was really good objectively. You know, even as an Irishman, I thought he was really, really good. It's you don't always have to analyze a player based on the opposition or the actual task at hand. You can watch the way the player carries himself and the positions he picks up and the way he reads the game, and that will tell you a lot about how a player can perform in that area of the pitch. And I thought centrally he looked really comfortable. I think. Look, we all talk about Grealish not getting the G&A, even though I donned him Jackie G&A, and he needs to do more. But as a player, I do actually think he thrives on space, and he thrives on room around him where he can just be a bit flary. And he looks, you know what, in that England game against us, he looked more like what everyone except City fans has been begging for, the Aston Villa Jack Grealish. He looked a bit more like that than he has done at Manchester City. So, I mean, you said, look, we haven't seen in that City. But did we see John Stones stepping into midfield much up until the treble season? And how long was he there before? Pep's always looking for new things to do. And for me, one of the new things that he could potentially try was Grealish in midfield. And I still think we will see it this season at some point.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see him start a game in the midfield, but I think we're going to see him alternating with KTB, who goes infield and who goes out wide a lot. He's very good on those little pockets of spaces because he has a fantastic ball control. He doesn't lose the ball very often. He makes those passes that go just around the defender into the wide spaces very well. So that's something that he can very much do in those
100%. Listen, I'm not against it, bro. I'm not against Grealish going in the middle. I just don't think it's going to happen. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm sort of like never really speak about it on my channel, because I just don't think it's going to happen. But I'm not against it. Like you said, he played well against Ireland. He played well there tonight, and I hear what you're saying, Paolo. Facts, but I have to go back to what we just said then with Danny. For me, I just think that we would have seen it by now. It's been 3 years, and we've just not seen it.
We did kind of see it in the last game. Like, he was going infield sometimes, and KDB was holding the width sometimes. So it isn't often, but we did see this at times during the games. And I think the more they play together, the more they are going to be doing this. Because this is very confusing for the opposition. Because you are asking a question for both the CDM, the center back, and the left back, the right back at the same time. Do I go with Grealish? Do I go infield with Grealish? The CDM has to think, do I go out wide with KDB and leave space in the middle for a ball into Haaland? And the centre back, he's like, do I step up to try and cover the pass for Grealish? What do I do? Do I stick with Haaland? So these are all things that the defender have to think about, and it's dangerous. Like, every time you ask a defender to make a decision, something can happen. Like, he can make the wrong one, just like a split second decision.
I think we've seen it indirectly at times. During the treble season, which I think we can all agree was Jack Grealish's best season as a Manchester City player, there were times, particularly in the first half of the season, where he was kind of moving inwards and he was dropping deep. And I remember watching him one day. I was in Stamford Bridge. Remember, we beat them 1-0. Mara scored the goal. Grealish assisted it. It was in January. I was there that day.
Yeah. I remember.
And he came on at halftime, and I was saying it at halftime to the lads in the concourse. I was like, bring Grealish on. And he came on, and he starts dropping deep, almost into the kind of 6 area. And he's picking the ball up from deep, and he's driving with the ball. And he's a magnet to defenders. He's beating them. He's laying it off, and he was flourishing in the space. And this was an indication to me that it doesn't have to be right away, but it's in there. It's in there for Jack Grealish to be a force in that Manchester City midfield. And he's just different. Like, if we're chasing a game or we're in need of a goal to win it or whatever, and say De Bruyne is injured or Foden's out or whatever, they're not around, are you going to look at Kovacic? Are you going to look at Nunes and say, yeah, you're going to go make it happen? Not as much. It would excite me to see Jack Grealish playing in that central role when we're in need of a goal.
100%. That's fair. Go on, Paul.
Jack Grealish also has a thing that it's very funny, and I haven't really seen a lot in footballers, which is he's able to create space without going past the defender. He just gets the ball and starts slowly going at the defender, and the defender backs off, and this creates a little bit of space on the edge of the box for him to do the little cutbacks into KTB, into Bernardo when he does that. And I don't really see many players being able to do that. They usually have to beat the defender to be able to create that space, which is a lot more risky. And I think that's why Pep really enjoys Grealish out wide.
Yeah, no,
Before
listen,
I was just going to ask before you go, Paolo. Obviously, look, for me, stats aren't everything, but they are important to a lot of people. For you, for Grealish to have a successful season, what kind of numbers would you like him to be hitting come the end of May?
Look, I don't think stats. I don't think stats are important at all. Like, not everybody can have the freedom to express themselves. Because if they do, we're just gonna lose the ball every time. Like, we gotta have some players that's gonna be a little bit more conservative for Foden, for KDB, for Savio to be able to take on the players. And if we have like Savio on the right taking on the players, Kevin De Bruyne trying wonder balls every time, Phil Foden trying to get his shots from the edge of the box, we're just not gonna have any possession. So for me, as long as Grealish, the other players are doing their part, and Grealish is doing like the treble thing, that is just keep the ball, get the defenders to get close to him, go back into Rodriguez. Rodriguez is able to switch the game into the right winger. That I think he's doing his job perfectly. Because again, if the other players
I
are
like
doing
you,
their part,
Paolo. I
Grealish
like
doesn't
you.
have the.
You view the game similar to me, Paolo. Me and you are going to get on well.
Hang on a minute. You call Jackie G&A, and now you're just ignoring that, yeah?
I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Never
Listen,
heard you say that.
Listen, Paolo, big up for coming on, man.
Big up.
Appreciate it, bro. Make sure you come on again. Big up to Paolo, guys. W's in the chat, man. Good call from Paolo there, guys. We've only got 3 other people in the queue, guys. So if you want to get in, you'll be on in literally no time, man. So yeah, all the
Join,
members, the links in the community tab. And if we run out of members, depending on what time it is, I might open it up to non-members as well towards the end, depending on what time it is, because I've got another stream to do on Twitch. LB said, anyone else worried about Foden? It's weird. Bro, a lot of people are getting a bit worried, man. What are you saying about this? The initial line was that he had the flu, but he's been out for a while now.
Yeah, look, I don't know. I don't want to speculate too hard on it because you genuinely don't know. You don't know. There could be a personal issue. There could be something like that.
I
so
said that in the watch along.
you know, he may have his
know,
own problems to deal with right now. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I hope for the best. I hope he's back.
We just have to wait, innit? We just have to wait for the official line, man, and just hope that
There's no point. There's no point speculating, bro, or you know, trying to question what's going on. Just wait until there's a line from the club about it.
Yeah, no, I agree, bro. I agree. Yes, D, what you saying, lad?
Bro, what's going on, guys, man? Big up, man. Big up.
Yeah,
Yes,
chilling. What you saying, man? What controversy have you got for us, bro?
First of all, bro, yeah, I've been watching both of you guys since the early days on City Extra, innit? Like, you've been a big part of my life and that, so big up to you. Nice to chat to you, isn't it? Big up, man.
Legend, bro. Legend.
Big up for supporting, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, listen, I wouldn't worry about Foden, innit? Because as far as Foden's concerned, when he's ready, when he's good, we got a future Ballon d'Or contender on our hands right there, innit? So when he's good and that, he's going to be right back in there. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I won't worry about him.
Wait, innit? Just have to wait, bro.
Yeah, when he's ready, bro, whatever it is that's going on with him, whenever he's ready, bro, he'll be back in there. You know what I mean? And I think we'll be seeing him back in that central position as well, more so than Grealish. You know what I mean? I think Grealish will be on the left-hand side with Doku still. I think Grealish has so much to offer. I'm not a guy that worry about his G&A, never will be. I love what I see from him, always have. Even one of the times when people have said he's a bit of a bad season, not for me, bro. I've liked what I've seen from him always. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I mean, to be fair, I look at it and go, right, so he's had 3 years here, yeah? His first year was okay. People went way too harsh on his first year.
Too harsh, bro.
Nah, it wasn't like amazing, but it was all right, whatever. I thought the treble year, I think it's disingenuous personally when people say like he didn't do anything in that treble year, because I think he was very, very important in that treble year, actually. And actually, if you're saying that he didn't do anything in that treble year, are you basically saying City won the treble with 10 men? Because that's kind of what you're saying, isn't it? And if that's what you're saying,
crazy,
then that's like the greatest football achievement of all time. And then last year, I have to give him a bit of a pass last year because of like he didn't get going, did he? You know what I mean? And even when he did get going, that Copenhagen game, bang, injured again, man. So for me, this is why I'm saying this year he's got to stay fit, innit? He's got to stay fit, bro.
Yeah. Bro, he's looked good. Have you seen him recently, bro? This guy was on fire again tonight, bro. He looks like the main man for England tonight, you know. Like, he looks that good, bro.
Yeah.
Well, he is, man. He's one of these players. I think, was it Danny or Paolo? One of them said it, that, you know, when he's feeling himself, when he's feeling good,
bro,
Jack's scary, man. Jack's scary
Yeah,
when he's
scary
feeling
guy,
good.
bro. You don't want that guy running at you, you know? Like, you don't know what he's going
Facts,
to do.
bro.
And, you
Facts,
know,
man.
when in terms of GNA as well, I always look back at United, yeah? Ryan Giggs, bro. You know, this is one of the biggest legends of the Premier League and one of the biggest legends of United. Bro, this guy, he didn't get much GNA, you know? Like, that's a fact, bro. Like, in these winning campaigns where he did with Brian Giggs and he was one of the main men, bro, that guy didn't get much GNA, but he was still effective. Like, I watched the game with my eyes. I don't watch the game on paper, you know what I mean? So, I
Yeah, I'm
wouldn't worry
looking
about
at
him as
his
well.
stats. Yeah, the most he ever got gigs was 18 GNA in the league. Oh no, sorry,
Bro,
my bad,
it's
my bad. He
social
got
media,
21.
bro. Social media has made it that GNA is absolutely everything, man. People on Twitter just bringing up stats and not watching.
Yeah,
Like
bro,
they're watching games through live score and transfer
they don't know
marks
ball,
instead of
bro.
watching
They
with
don't
their
know
eyes,
ball
man.
like us, you know what I mean?
Mm.
They don't know ball, man.
Well, this is
You know
why
ball,
when,
you know
when I
ball.
do my player ratings, yeah, I always get the stats up when I do my player ratings. I go on SofaScore and get it up, but I never just go off the stats, mate, because the amount of times
Nah,
how
eye
many
test.
player ratings now? You've got to combine it with the eye test, man. And like the only thing that winds me up with Grealish is when he takes too long to shoot and his shots gets blocked, and that's why I don't know if you've seen the stream I did. I can't remember. It was like the other day, and I was talking. We did a stream on Grealish, yeah. Oh, it was this stream that I did when the City Ramble podcast did that video, and I responded to it. And I said the only thing that he needs to do is when he gets the ball on that right, drop your shoulder, bang. I think, right, there's a part of him that this whole goals and GNA thing has got into his head, and he's trying to set the shot up to be perfect. But you do that in the Premier League, you run out of time because the guy's blocking you. If it was me, yeah, not me, but if I'm telling Greece, I'm saying, bro, when you're on that right hand side, yeah, drop your shoulder, one touch to knock the ball out to the right, and then just whip it, man. You know what I mean? Because that's the only thing I'd say. He takes a little bit too long sometimes to shoot, but this is a big year for him. He's played well in pre-season, and he would have started that game against United. He would have started against Chelsea and then got that injury. He's come back, looking good, but he's got to stay fit, bro. You know, he has to stay fit.
You know what it is, bro, at the moment as well? It's not easy for him right now, you know, because he's got Jeremy Doku to fight against, bro. Bro, this guy's a problem as well, you know. This Jeremy Doku, bro, listen, I don't like guys that hate on him as well, because I'm thinking, what are you watching, bro? This guy, he creates chances, Doku, you know. Like, people, they think he's a bit of a take-on merchant and that, but yeah, he takes man on and he's still creating chances. And, bro, I think Doku's a very scary guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, and I think we've got two great weapons there, bro. Like, you know, I think we're going to see a lot of both these guys. You know what I mean? We're going to see a lot of Doku. We're going to see a lot of Grealish. I think we're going to see more of Nunes as well. The guys look promising.
Facts, man. I think if Pep
Nunes,
can
man.
get
Nunes, bro. Said it. Said it, bro.
if
to be fair, man, that guy is funny, man. Like,
Listen,
I thought this
think
guy
with
was
Nunes, I think we can see him in the middle as well, bro. Not just out wide. I know he's featured a little bit on that left wing, but I think that guy can be effective through the middle as well, bro. The guy's powerful runner, you know.
Yeah, I like Nunes, but I just don't know where you play him. That's the problem with what I
So
put
to
Nunes.
Pep, mate. I think he can get a game though.
No. Go on, Hugh. What is she saying, bro?
I was just gonna echo the point that Steve was making about Doku and Grealish. I think there's no point comparing and contrasting. If Pep can get them both on form, feeling good about themselves, and you know, playing well, that's scary, bro. That's scary. That's two very different weapons at your disposal that can cause problems in different ways. And look, the Grealish thing, people are slow to give him his praise, but like I said, I always refer back to the treble season, and people don't give him his praise there. People do not respect Jack Grealish's treble season enough, bro. Look at his catalogue of when he did produce big moments, big game player. Arsenal away, United away, Chelsea away, Liverpool at home. There are 4 fixtures at the start of the season where you're going, we need people to step up. And who stepped up those days with GNA? Jack Grealish, man. Get him back feeling good. Get him back feeling fresh, which he looks like he's
that little
on
bit of running
to do
games,
so.
man. That little bit of running games, bro. That's all he needs.
Facts,
man.
Facts,
I think
facts.
he needs a big goal though as well. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Do you remember that goal he scored against United when he headed it in and we
Bro,
lost 2-1?
oh my god, I
I
was
was
so
there.
gassed when he scored. Then you
I
know,
was there.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think if we would have won that game 1-0, I think his City career could have gone like further forward because he would have had that moment. And I think he needs that big moment, that big goal that wins us a game 1-0. And I think if he has that
hurt even more because we lost that to the offside goal as well, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I mean we just sabotaged ourselves in that game. I know the referee was horrific, but like we just turned to absolute shit after we scored, man. I don't know what happened to us.
Yeah.
But Yeah, nah, big up, man. Big up for coming on, bro. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much,
Steve,
my
man.
guys.
Thanks for
Big up to
supporting,
both
bro.
of you, isn't it? I'm always
Big up,
tuning in,
bro.
yeah.
Big up, bro. Big up. Nice one. Big up to Steve, man. W's in the chat was a sick call as well.
I like
Someone says-
his outlook, Steve, man. I like his outlook. I think he respects all the players and he assesses
Well,
them
you know
well,
what it
man.
is? When it comes to wingers, right? I've noticed this, right? Is when it comes to wingers, you naturally, yeah. I need to word this different because that sounded weird. You like wingers, like depending on their style. So some people are going to like the Doku style, raw, taking on players, smoking players, just whipping crosses in for days, right?
Mhm.
And some people will look at that and go, his end product's absolutely trash, he's crap, right? And then you get them who like Grealish, who go like the control, never loses the ball, never, and then the Doku fans will go, yeah, but he doesn't do anything. He doesn't score. He doesn't create chances. He doesn't assist. He does nothing other than just hold the ball and pass it back to the centre back. What I say is, and I don't say this to sit on the fence. Yeah, I don't say that to sit on the fence. I give my honest opinion. My opinion is there'll be times in the season when you want to play Grealish. There'll be times in the season when you want to play Jeremy Doku. If you're playing a low block at home, yeah, I probably want to play Doku and just say take players on, spam take ons, win penalties and all that shit. That's my view. That's my view. Listen, let's move on. By the way, guys, we've only got 2 more callers in the queue. So if you're a member and you want to jump on, then hit the link in the. You need to go to the community page, which is just the link in the pinned comment, and then there'll be a StreamYard link in the community tab, and you just click that and you can join, and you'll be on in like next to no time. Yo, big up Alf. Alf's always in the chat as well. Yo, big up Alf, man. What are you saying?
Hello. Is my mic working, by the way?
Yeah, all good, bro. All good.
Okay. Yeah. Aki got injured, by the way, in that Germany-Netherlands game, if you were watching.
I didn't watch the Germany game, bro. I watched the England game.
Oh, I forgot that they were playing as well. But yeah, I was watching Germany game. Aki got injured, and somebody in my chat raised an interesting question with, what about Grealish left wing back? And that was something that I thought, maybe let's talk about that. Because we've been talking about Grealish's potential position in this season. What about having him as left wing back if Guardiola is not playing, Aki is not playing because he's injured? And
So,
I was
left
thinking
wing.
about a system, maybe where we have a back 5, but Rico Lewis and Grealish step into midfield. That was maybe the system I was thinking about, with potentially Grealish as a left wing back then.
That is a crazy strategy, but I'm open to hear it. Hugh, your initial reaction to that, bro? Could we play Grealish left wing back?
I get it. I understand it, and I do get the logic behind it. Alf, I don't think you're a crazy man. I don't think you're a crazy man. I get it, because to be fair to you, Grealish, he doesn't get enough praise and respect for his defensive work. You know, there's been a lot of moments where Grealish tracks back and does some of that dirty work. Do you remember that one famous one? Was it against Son? One day where he ran the whole length of the pitch, Son was through on goal, and Grealish stopped him. Yeah, you could. I just don't see it. I think we have a very good defensive complement. I think, as was it Danny was speaking about Rico and Akanji, I think both of them would be ahead of Grealish in the pecking order to step in if Guardiola wasn't fit.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Akanji, I just don't think he can play on the left, in my opinion. He's very slow.
Really? Based off of what do you base that off, man? Because he's played there before, done a good job, no?
I can't remember him immediately playing on the left, but I just think Akanji's thing here is he's too sloppy sometimes, and if he's on his right foot, he can be sloppy sometimes, but the damage is minimized. But if he's on his left foot at left back, then I'd be a bit worried about him. If he's doing anything sloppy, if he's being a bit slow, then he's on his weak foot, and it's even worse.
He played left back in the Arsenal game when we beat him 4-1, and he played away at the Bernabeu in the 1-1 game in 2023. It was 2023.
Yeah.
He played left back in that game because we played Akanji, Diaz, Stones, Walker. So there's only a few games. Games, but he has done it, and I don't remember it. I don't personally remember him having a bad game there. But I mean, you got to remember as well, Alf. Yeah, this is only whilst Ake's injured, and he's only probably going to be injured for like 2 months. So it's only a wing it situation. So the problem that I have with your suggestion is that, like, That's quite a radical change if you want to go to a back five for what is only going to be around 2 months. Like I just don't think we need to change it that dramatically, just because one player who's not even starting is out injured, bro. That's my own opinion on it, bro.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. It's not something I would do immediately. I'd have Guardiola playing, obviously. But the thing is, if the idea was that we were talking about, if Guardiola gets injured, then what do you do? Because
Guardiola gets
injured
injured.
at the moment.
If Karl gets injured, I play Akanji left back and put John Stones centre back.
Yeah, I'd have John Stones back and centre back as well.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is with John Stones, John Stones, I'm not quite sure he fits into the squad anymore because he's a great footballer, but we haven't seen him for a while, have we?
Yeah, but the only reason you've not seen him for a while, bro, is because the guy couldn't stay fit last year. And then when he got back, he couldn't get back in the team because the defenders that were playing were doing okay, so he could never get back into the team. Now he's had that Euros, which I felt he played really well in the Euros. He looked good. He looks fresh. He played tonight, looked really match sharp. I think John Stones will get back in this team quick. I think John Stones.
I didn't watch England today, so I can't talk about that. But quite frankly, I just think all of our defenders are doing so well. I don't see how John Stones gets back in because Akanji, when he plays on the right, which is pretty much all the time, I do like him. Rico Lewis is just playing so well. And, well, let's be honest, John Stones is never going to be right back. Ruben Diaz is playing so good. I think Aki and Guardiola will probably start playing more centre back as well. And Guardiola, the thing is with Guardiola, he can also step up as a centre back into that like John Stones role. I believe he can do that. So,
go on. What are you saying?
I was going to say, I think we're talking about the defensive situation as if it's a set in stone defense every week. Anyway, I think this time of the year, particularly up until easy February, March, Pep changes this a lot. I think all the defenders who are fit are going to get a fair whack at game time. Of course, as fans, we're all going to say this guy should be starting every game, that guy should be starting every game. But you should not be surprised when a team sheet comes out someday and one of your supposed should be starters isn't there. That's just the way Pep operates. So I think Stones will get game time. Look, I don't really see where you're coming from, but I get your kind of concern about Stones not getting the team because I think he's a Rolls Royce for me when he's fit, and maybe because of those injuries he had last season. And if you remember, I think he stupidly made a mistake himself to choose to go on an international trip last March where he redid an injury.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, that was
he shouldn't
stupid.
have gone. He shouldn't have gone. He shouldn't have gone.
It's easy to say he shouldn't have gone, but I think for John Stones, it's like I haven't played in a while. I want to prove that I'm still that guy. I think for him, it's like that.
Yeah, no, but that one he should never. He'd only literally just come back from injury. He should never have gone to that game. Never have gone to that one. He should have swerved that. He was always going to get picked for the Euros anyway. So I don't. Yeah, no, he shouldn't have gone to that. I don't mind players going to the international breaks. I'm not really one of these people that says, "Oh, they should all just abandon it." But like that one, he really should.
ADP should abandon international break, by the way.
You what?
De Bruyne should just stop going to Belgium.
Oh, De Bruyne, hey, Belgium are dusty, man. Like he needs to retire. They're not doing anything.
Thing is with De Bruyne.
Yeah.
Case. So I'm half Belgian, half German. So I have given up all hope with Belgium. I'm gonna be honest. De Bruyne is like that little sliver that's still giving me hope. But I'm like, De Bruyne, you're giving me hope. You're giving me false hope. Just stop with Belgium and focus on Man City, because I do believe De Bruyne probably has another 2 or maybe 3 years left as a substitute, depending on if he gets any new injuries. Not as a starter, but as a substitute at Man City. So I do want him to just stop with the international team and really focus on Man City. Try to stay as long at Man City as maybe a super sub rather than as a starting player.
Can you hear him out?
Are you muted?
I'm muted, bro. Yeah. No, I was just going to say, I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. I think he needs to retire from Belgium and just stick with City. But yeah, now big up to you, man, for jumping on. I always see you in the chat as well, man. So I appreciate your support, bro.
Big up, Alf,
yeah,
big up
to Alf for jumping on there. I have just opened it up to non-members as well. Don't know how many people are going to flood in now that we've opened it to non-members in it. But yeah, if you guys do want to jump on, We'll probably take another, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes worth of calls, and then we'll wrap it up. But you got to make sure you're over 18, yeah, and you got to have a camera on. Yeah, no camera. Yeah, this ain't a radio. Yeah, it's a YouTube channel. I need to see your face in it. So, yeah, let's keep it moving. In fact, I've got a chat here. Big up to Chris says, give me Foden, Haaland, Rodri, Grealish, Rico, KDB, Savio, all on the same pitch. Let's cook some teams. Foden, Haaland, Rodri. So it'll be Rodri, Foden, KDB, Haaland up top, Grealish left wing, Savio right wing, and then Rico just floating around everywhere. Yeah, that would be pretty naughty, to be fair.
Yeah, it would, yeah.
It would be. Guys, make sure you guys smashing up the likes as well. Let's get another call on. Elia, man. What are you saying, bro?
Big up, LB. How are you?
Yeah, chilling, man. Chill. I just watched the England game, and I just thought, let's get this,
Yep.
do a little phone in show. What are you saying, man? What have you got to say? Have you got anything controversial for us, man?
Yeah, I mean to speak about Chelsea, to be honest.
All right, cool. Come on, why are you
Because
Chelsea
I'm
fan?
a Chelsea fan, yeah.
All right, come on.
I mean, listen, yeah. I mean, LB, I've watched you on the football terrace, and I agree more than Don because I couldn't believe what Don was saying. Like, without a
What about
striker,
Osimhen?
yeah. Because to
Oh,
me,
the guy
yeah,
was chatting, bro.
yeah, to me, I want to have Victor Osimhen. Like it doesn't matter how many wages we got, just sign him in because we were interested in him in the summer transfer window, and guess what? It all faded, and we took it to the last day. But now he's gone to Galatasaray. Now there's a possibility that we can sign him in January, but we should have done this in the summer transfer window. So I'm sorry, man. With no striker, Chelsea are not guaranteed with the top four. Yes, we got a good squad, but without any striker, we are done for. And in terms of our owners, it's causing chaos at the moment, Like people have been asking me, LB, are you team Bowley? Are you team Clearlake? And for me, I'm neither. I'm just here to support Chelsea. That's what I'm here to do because our owners are the main reason why they ruined our club. Sacking Tuchel this early, bringing managers that I didn't like, spending £1 billion, on players that I don't even know, signing so many youngsters and not even getting experience, And in the summer transfer window, I waited at 6.5 out of 10 because no striker, no goalkeeper, no defense. That's why we're going to be in serious trouble. So, and bringing Enzo Wesker as well, championship manager last season, to me, not good enough. Not good enough. And I've been telling my friends, be very worried this season because we don't make Champions League next season or in a couple of years' time, we are going to be in serious trouble by the FFP. And people have been telling me that is not going to happen. Look what happened to Everton, Nottingham Forest, even Leicester City. And if we're not careful, we are next. So that's why I've been telling Chelsea fans, be worried next season. But listen, if they still want to support this situation, let them. But for me, I'm not. Because if we don't sort this out here, we're going to be in big trouble. And I mean in serious trouble. So I'm just hoping that we get top four this season and our owners can fix this because I don't know what to say, man.
Bro, I literally can't believe what Don was saying today. Yeah, it literally made no sense to me. On one hand, he was saying if we got a striker, we could have challenged for the league, but don't pay him 300. Listen, no, because sorry, chat. Some of you might not know what we talked about because this was from the football terrace today. The thing is, you guys are one decent striker and one goalkeeper away from actually being a pretty decent side. Right? That's my point. So whenever I go on the terrace and I cook Chelsea, because all these Chelsea fans think I've got an agenda against them, which I really don't. My point is you spent £1 billion and you still don't have a proper striker or a good goalkeeper. And what I don't understand is you're not that far away from being a decent team. If you buy a striker and Osimhen was right there and get a decent goalkeeper, you're definitely in the top four race. And Don's trying to tell me maybe the Premier League race. Okay, whatever. But I just don't understand it, man. And like your club has spent all this money and you still have Jackson up front. I think Jackson is not a worst player in the world, but he's not a finisher. He's going to miss open nets because that's the type of player he is, bro.
Exactly. Like, look at the Man City game. He scored the goal offside. Look at the Crystal Palace game, second half. Missed that chance. If that was Victor Osimhen, he could have scored that. So like you said, LB, Jackson is not a bad player because he has good strength and his link on play and can make great ones. But when it comes to finishing and the time of his one, he just frustrates me. So this is why we needed the striker. If Victor Osimhen wasn't available, we could have got Ivan Toney, but he went to Saudi Arabia, you know. So that's why I'm disappointed that our owners were taking too much time. Yes, it's good that we signed the likes of Neto, you know, Felix, Sancho, but we still need a striker. We still need a decent goalkeeper and a decent centre back. But the fact that we didn't, it just got me worried. So that's why I don't think that Chelsea finished in the top 4 because of our owners. So that's why we're in the mess right now, and they better sort it out. Otherwise, we're in serious trouble.
Nah, bro, I can't like you. You got anything to add on the Chelsea situation, bro?
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we've got Bournemouth next. I mean, I'm just hoping that we win that game. If not, then it's going to be a long season for us. But listen, in terms of our attack, it's starting to get a bit better though, because we scored the same amount of goals as Liverpool this season, which is 7. So our attack is good, but they still need a lot of sorting out to do in terms of, you know, doing well in the final third and just doing well defensively. But what I will say is that West Fofana and Levi Cole have looked a bit better, you know, and let's hope we can keep it the same, because last season under Pochettino, we kept chopping and changing, and you can see why the players are confused. Whereas if we keep our centre backs the same, you can see they'll learn from it and they'll get better and better and better. So that's why I think for me, if we can sort out defense and if our attack can be consistent enough, then I feel we'll get wins. And I think that Chelsea might finish in the top 4. But if not, then it's going to be.
Nah, you know what? Big up, bro, for actually listening to what I say, yeah? Because the amount of Chelsea fans that come in my DMs and think I have a personal vendetta against Chelsea Football Club is ridiculous. Yeah, I just say how it is. And if you don't agree, you don't agree. But, you know, I don't think Chelsea are a million miles away from being a decent team, but I think you needed a striker, and Osimhen was right there. And instead of giving him the money that you wanted, you offered him £150,000 a week, which in today's market for a top striker is absolute joke. Listen, big up, bro, for coming on. I've got to move on, bro, just because we've got loads of calls in the queue, bro. But big up for jumping on, man. Big up to a liar.
Yeah.
Big up, bro. W's in the chat, man. That was a good call, bro. You know, I enjoyed that call.
He's definitely passionate. He's definitely passionate.
Nah, you know what it is, bro? Whenever I go on like the terrace or something, I talk about Chelsea, yeah. Bro, I got this one guy and he messages me all the time. All the time he messages me, saying, why you hate Chelsea? I'm like, bro, I don't hate anyone apart from United. I'll be real with you. Like you're not that like relevant to me as a football club, because listen, I didn't know. Growing up, I didn't know one Chelsea fan, bro. I got no beef against Chelsea. You know what I mean? There's no Chelsea. I've got nothing to do with me. But I just give my opinion and they don't like it. And the thing is, you know, I'm actually, when you deep what I'm saying, bro, I'm actually being kind of like nice about it, because I'm saying you get a striker and a goalkeeper, you're a decent team.
Now listen, big up to Elijah, man. He spoke his points well, man. He articulated himself well, and he seems to know what he was talking about. But I haven't paid much attention to Chelsea. I'm going to be honest. It's not enough room in my brain cells to care.
Fair, man, fair. But let me unpin this, because we're not taking any more callers. If you're in the green room, we'll take your call. But after that, we're not taking any more calls in it, because we've got 4 or 5 in there. We've got, so don't join, otherwise you won't get on.
You see that?
Go on, bro.
So do the super chat. Do the super chat.
Yeah, Bill Tone says, just wanted to say, great to see Hugh back. Thumbs up emoji. Bill Tone. See you on.
Appreciate it, man.
See you on Friday for the Tone show. Big up Steve again, says, great talking to you guys. Appreciate it. Big up the chat too. Yeah, big up, man. Big up. It was a good call. Make sure you come on again, innit? Right, let's keep it moving, bro. Right, we got the real King United fan. What you want, bro?
Big up LB. Big up LB. You know, big up Hugh as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I will speak about my club in it, but like I'm gonna speak a bit about Grealish in it, and obviously, like I've always said it, bro. Like Grealish is one of the most disrespected footballers, bro. Like the guy is an absolute baller, bro. Like, bro, like I've watched his journey to Aston Villa to City, and he's just an unbelievable player, man. Like the way that he just links up and the way that he brings defenders away from the way that he brings defenders onto him and creates space for others, like the guy's a baller, man. And this is the thing, and I love these type of players. Like I love players like Grealish. I love players like Foden, Sancho, like Eze, Cole Palmer. All of these technical players with footballing IQ. I love these players in it. And this is the thing, like obviously obviously I am a United fan, but obviously I'm not one of them shameless United fans. What's gonna like? Oh, I'm not like, oh, Ten Hag in. Let's nah. I'm not one of them fans. Like I've been Ten Hag out since we lost 3-2 against Galatasaray last season. Like like I've been Ten Hag out since then because
Not the 7-0 against Liverpool. That wasn't why was it not the 7-0, bro? It should have been the 7-0, innit?
like if I reflect on it on hindsight, yeah, like it possibly should have been Liverpool, but obviously he won a cup. He did all right in his first season, but in his second season, bro, it's just his players profiles are so poor. Like the signings that we've brought in have been so poor, and this is the thing. And obviously, I watch your Saeed reactions as well. So you know what I'm saying. So this is the thing. So I've said it for time. Like Bruno Fernandes is trash. Marcus Rashford is trash. Rasmus Højlund is trash. Garnacho is trash. And Anthony trash.
Bro, wait. Is there gonna be a quick way of doing this? Is there anyone at United that is actually decent, bro? Or nah?
Like our best, we've got two good attackers, and that Ahmad and Xerxes. Ahmad and Xerxes are our best two attackers, but the rest of them, the rest of them are crap. And I don't want to hear, oh, let's give Garnacho time because he's 2019. No, bro. You're either if you're old enough, then you are good enough. I don't want to hear this age thing because people don't speak about Phil Foden's age. People don't speak about Cole Palmer's age. You know, when Saka broke through at Arsenal, no one spoke about his age. So I don't want to hear no age excuses. Like the facts is, Ten Hag has been out of his depth. The man has been playing Casemiro as a ball playing midfielder when we've all known Casemiro to be a destroyer at Real Madrid. And this is why, despite of the good work that Ineos have done with the transfers, with the structure, they didn't get rid of the manager. And they also got Bruno Fernandes to sign a new contract, and I thought that was an absolute disgrace in my opinion. And this is the thing, and like, even as a rival fan, I have to respect City as a rival fan because City win trophies every season. City win trophies every season. City don't do this PR stuff. They don't. Like, City are all about winning trophies, and City don't do this PR thing where they say, oh, let's give players time because they're 21 or they're 20, or no, you're either good enough to play for City or you're not. 100%. That's how it should be.
You don't get time, bro. Nah, facts. You know what? Like, I can't even say anything because, to be honest, like, I just repeat everything. I thought you was going to come on and be shameless, bro.
No,
you just your own club in it. So
no, I do it all the time. Bro, the amount of times that I've been on Saeed channel and I've cooked my own fan base, bro. Like, bro, I cook my fan base every week because it's like, my fan base has got the audacity to be talking to City about 115 and this and that, yeah. But at the end of at the end of the day, yeah, our club hasn't done enough to take over City. At the end of the day, our club should be focused on getting to City's level and improving on that. We should be not focusing on these 115 charges because there's no evidence to say City will be guilty. There's no evidence of that. And
United.
Yeah, I was going to say, listen, the real king, I have a gift for you, man. I have a gift. I think you should just take this, put yourself out of your misery. Right? That's for you. Put yourself out of your misery and just be happy. Just be happy. You know what I mean?
But I'm a real I am a United fan, but when the fan base comes up with stupid stuff like that, having a go at other rival fans and saying, we yeah, they're going on history and stuff, but it's like, bro, it's like Man City, whether you like it or not, Man City have won more trophies than us since Alex Ferguson. And the fact is, the the season that I started to respect City proper as a footballing club, because a lot of rival fans will say, "Oh, City's a plastic club and this and that," yeah. But like the real time when I respected City was when Pep first came into the league, and Pep won the league twice in a row. The first time when he got, I think, 100 points, and then he got 98 points the following season.
Yeah.
That's when City won the league twice in a row, when they got 190, when they got 100 points, and then they got 98 points. I said City, they are here to stay. Whether we like it or not, they are here to stay. They aren't going anywhere anytime soon. And this is the thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
nah, big up, man. Big up. That was a W call, man. I can't lie. Chat needs to spam the W's
man.
Honestly, bro, big up, man, for jumping on. That was sick. Make sure you come on again in the future.
Yeah, bro. Every time, big up. People subscribe to LB channel. You don't know what I mean. Big up to you as well, guys, and don't be like Garnacho and Bruno Fernandes in front of goal. Okay, so this is the thing. You know what I mean?
Big up, man. Big up to you, bro.
Big up to you, bro. What a guy.
What
a guy, man.
Bro.
I like him a lot, man.
Bro, I seen him in the chat before. He was saying something, and I thought, oh, he's gonna come on. He's a United fan. He's gonna be shameless or something like that. And then that was funny, man. That was actually pretty funny. Big up. Right, we got 4 more callers, yeah. And then AK was already in the queue, so I'll put the link back in the chat. That's for AK. No one else joined. AK was already in the queue. So 4 more callers and AK. We go Kian, Dashmesh, Ed, Rook, AK, Finito. Yo, big up Kian, man. What you saying, bro? Muted, mate. Come on. What is this? Amateur settings here? Bro, I can't hear him. Is he muted or is it me?
Yeah, he's muted.
What is this? This is a shambles, mate.
Bro's just talking.
Just talking. Kian, sort your life out, yeah? I'll put Dashmesh on, and then you could come on next if you sort your life out.
Sort your life out.
It is a vital part of the show, guys, that you have a microphone. Yeah, I can't do the sign languages. Yeah, all right. Come on, Dashmesh. What are you saying, bro?
I like Dashmesh,
good to see you again, man.
Hi, LB. Hi, Hugh. How are you guys?
Good, bro. Good to see you, man.
Good. What are you saying, man?
Yeah. Like, let's just talk some City now. We had enough Chelsea and United talk. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, 100. Wait a sec. Your mic is playing up now as well. Talk.
Is it okay? And now, is it fine?
I can hear. No, I think it's all right. Is it fixed for you now, Hugh? I heard like a squeaky in when he speaks.
Yeah, when he speaks.
Speak again, bro.
Yeah. Hello.
Oh, he's good.
No, it's chilling. It's fixed. I don't know what was going on.
So yeah, like this season, like the start has been amazing. Like international break, Nathan Ake, like a big, like didn't wanted to see any injuries, but it's unfortunate. And just next couple of games, and hopefully Arsenal loses some points against Tottenham. Then it would be like a big match next weekend.
Nah, 100%.
Confident we will win, but at this time, like I am more excited about next year, because since the Euros, like I am like a big Musiala fan. I wanted him next, like as KDB or Bernardo, whatever we want to say, like as the next star player. And I guess if he comes, then like as the United fan side, like we will continue. We will, like, I don't know if Pep will sign or not. I think he will sign again, like at least for 1 more year. And if he signs again and we sign Musiala, forget about 5 feet, it's 6 feet.
Yeah, I've got a question for you both, actually. We've got Brentford, Inter Milan, Arsenal. I believe that we should rotate the team against Inter Milan, because Brentford and Arsenal is more important. And even if you lose against Inter Milan, you've still got 7 other games to qualify. What's Dashmesh? Let me come to you first, and we'll come to Hugh. Dashmesh, what's your? Because not everyone agrees. In fact, quite a lot of people disagree. Where are you on that, bro?
Like I'm on the middle. I think Pep will start rotating from Brentford. It won't be like fully rotated side, but I think it won't be same side as we saw in the first three games. I think it will be a bit rotated because I think Foden had a big break. I don't know in the international break if he had any training or not. I don't know, but if he has a couple of training sessions, because KDB played both matches in the international break. So for this weekend, I would not mind seeing Foden instead of KDB, and KDB playing like 60-70 minutes in
Mm.
Inter Milan match and then playing in against Arsenal as well. And so we can rotate a couple of players in Brentford match, then we can rotate a couple of players in Inter match and go with the best team against Arsenal, because that's like a must win match, because we want at least, like, even if Arsenal wins against Tottenham, if they lose against us, it's still 5 points gap. So I want us to win that match. Like, that's the must win match. So
No, I agree.
play the strongest team against Arsenal, rotate a bit against Brentford, because it's still at home. So even if we rotate two or three players, I 100% expect us to win that match. And against Inter Milan, like, I get your point that we have seven more matches, but still we have to consider that we win at least all our four home matches. That's also crucial. So I would say do like a half and half rotation. Don't rotate too much in Inter Milan, but don't play the strongest team against Brentford as well, because a lot of our players played in the international break as well.
All right,
I think
Hugh, what are you saying?
I think Dash hit the nail on the head. I think Dash hit the nail on the head. I think with the Inter game and the nature of Pep Guardiola, he'll want to qualify for that competition for the next round as soon as possible. I don't think he wants to leave it go on any further than it needs to. So I would imagine a strong enough team will start the Inter Milan game. I do think Dash is right. I think you could afford to do a bit of rotation, not too much now. You don't want to underestimate the game. You don't want to be complacent with it, but a bit of rotation against Brentford. Look, the reality is, I'm going to be fully real. I believe any team we put out against Brentford or Inter Milan is going to be.
Yeah, that I agree, and I think that's why people are getting it twisted. I'm not saying throw the game against Inter Milan. I'm saying rotate the team a bit, but I still think that can win the game. But I just think that Brentford and Arsenal should be the priority out of the three. That's just the way I word it.
No, I get that. I just think people, I think people, when they hear the word rotate, immediately think negative. They go, "Oh, the team is going to be significantly, weaker, and it's not going to be as strong as what the first 11 or best 11 guys would be." Our rotation is still ridiculously fucking strong. When you talk about the players that have to come back in, Foden, Rodri, you got De Bruyne there, Gundogan. Like, bro, this squad is insane right now. A bit of rotation is. For me, it's okay. For me, it's okay.
And also on the same point, like, the players which we didn't expect to be our best players, they were playing the best in the first three matches. Kovacic was playing amazing. Rico Lewis was playing great. Then Haaland, like, we can't drop Haaland, not for Brentford at least. I don't know. And Haaland would like to play in Champions League as well. So I think if he plays both matches, we are like 2-3-0. He will definitely be subbed off. And like, when I say I want like a mixed of rotation, I mean two or three changes in both matches. Like, to maintain our momentum, I wouldn't like if Pep makes like seven changes in any of those matches. Like, instead of making 6-7 changes, I would rather Pep make like three changes for the Brentford match, then three different changes for the Inter Milan match.
That's probably the way to do it. I'm living in a world that's not going to happen. I'm full rotation, but that's not going to happen. Let's just be real. Yeah, that's not how it works. It might work on FIFA,
this season it's exciting, because I think if we can maintain that we don't get too much injuries, like, it's exciting because we have too many options. Like you were discussing a couple of weeks back, the total squad which we have, like, actually that's true. Like, we have so many options in each area. Like, in midfield we have so many combinations we can play attacking, defensive. Then in wings as well, we have options of like playing two fast wingers. We have option like playing Grealish and Savio. We have option like playing Bernardo versus Doku. So we have many options which we can use depending on the opposition. So I guess it like only Haaland is like the backup for Haaland is the main thing.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
if
And I
Haaland
think
doesn't
that's why
play,
you have to be really careful with Erling
yeah,
Haaland, because we don't have a backup, because we decided obviously not to get one when we
yeah,
sold
and
Alvarez.
when he doesn't play, we need to change the whole strategy of how we are playing in that match, because
Yeah,
we won't be playing like a with a full striker. It would be like a
exactly.
false nine system because we don't have any other striker. But
Mhm.
we can do that. We have seen we have won two Premier Leagues without like a
Yeah, of
proper
course,
striker, so
100%.
we can do that. But it just would be like two different style of play in two different scenarios, so it would be a bit tough for players to adjust if we change it too often. So I wouldn't like Haaland to be like substituted every other match. Some matches he has to play full matches, some matches he
No,
might be.
I agree. No,
Yeah,
no, we got to be careful with, because as well he wants to play because he wants to score goals. But nah, Dashmesh, I agree, bro. Thanks for coming on again, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. You can come on every
yeah,
show, bro. So I appreciate you jumping on. But I agree basically there with what Dashmesh is saying. We do need to rotate. We're probably not going to rotate that much, to be honest with you, because that's not what Pep's going to do. But you know, we can't keep playing the same team every single time. Let's go for round
Sorted
two
now.
with Kian. Yeah, there we go. What are you saying, man?
There we
You
go.
good?
Don't know what's happening there. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm good. You?
Yeah, yeah. All right, all right. What's have you got any controversial opinions for us, bro?
I don't know about controversial, but I mean, Jack Grealish and Akanji, I'd love to discuss. I mean, I know
All
you're
right.
a big fan of Akanji, obviously, but I mean, I think he gets a lot. He's not recognised a lot. I mean, I was speaking to my mates. I mean, my mates, I've got two Everton fans, and I've got a Chelsea fan, and then one's just a neutral, and they're all just telling me that Akanji's a terrible player, and they don't watch these. They don't actually know. But there's just, it's again, it comes to this point where C players don't get any sort of like PR or anything. And like, I'm not bothered about it because I know they're good. You guys know they're good. We all, us as City fans, we all know they're good. But we have to put up with people just chatting nonsense about our players, and it winds me up all day. And I don't know what you guys think of it, but like,
I think you're right, bro. I think you're right. This was something I banged on about for the last 2 years on any rival show I went on. Like, I try to give prop to this player, try to give prop to that player who have done crazy things, you know, personally and as part of the team. You know, the accolades, the trophies, the stats, but yet none of them can get involved in any real conversations. How can a team full of players who win non-stop perform as consistently well as we have not be talked about as top players or world-class players? And look, I think you're speaking facts, bro, with Akanji is one of the best signings Pep's made
yeah,
in his time at City, one of the best.
100%.
And
But
I
pound for
think
pound,
pound for pound, bro, pound for pound. And I think
yeah,
what maybe one of the reasons some of the rivals don't look at Akanji and go, yeah, he's the dog's bollocks, is because of the fee he cost, 15 million, and how it's kind of smooth it was, and how it just, he never burst onto the scene. It was just, he's here, he's doing his thing, and he's been consistently good. But no, bro, you're talking facts, and that happens to loads of our players. I said it about Gundogan for years now. Gundogan for me is one of the best Premier League midfielders of all time. But people go, oh, no way, that can't happen.
You know
Crazy
what?
talk.
You know what you need to understand though as well, bro. Yeah, when it comes to Akanji, is that not everyone watches every City game. Yeah,
yeah,
I don't
understand
watch
that.
every United game. I don't watch every Brighton game. I don't watch every Brentford game. So if you're a fan, a casual fan who's not a City fan, and you're just tuning in for the odd game, you're probably tuning in for some of the bigger games. Champions League final, Akanji bozoled it, almost cost us. Yeah, do you remember when he just left the ball when he done that? The game against Tottenham almost cost us the league. So because he, in some high-profile games, he's made big mistakes, they probably just go, "Oh, he's trash." You know what I mean? And it's like, no, they literally the only mistakes he made. Like last year, the only mistake he made was against Spurs when he gave the ball to Son, and I think it was against Leipzig at home when he just again made another mistake. He was the only player in the 4-4 draw against Chelsea out of our defense who actually played well. So it might just be something like that as well, bro. He's still with us, Kian. Now, this guy doesn't know how to sort his computer out, man. He comes on, yeah, he's not got a mic, and then he just freezes midstream. It's all jokes. It's all jokes. Right, 3 more callers to go. We'll go Ed, Ruck, then AK. Yo, big up Ed. Big up, man. Been on the show
Ed.
a few times in the past, man. How you doing, bro? Right, what's that kit? That's fucking well nice.
It's the dragon one.
The what?
Chinese New Year, Brev.
Thank you.
Oh, Chinese New Year. Right, that's well nice. Not seen that one before, I don't think.
I have it.
How'd you get it? Did you buy it? Yeah.
Yeah, the club sold it last year, Ed. Was it last year?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow, that looks well nice, man. Sorry, bro. It's admiring your clothes there. Yeah, go on, bro. What have you got for us, man?
No, I kind of like stay with me here, but I was seeing you on I think the football Terrence, and you're talking about Arsenal and everything. And I kind of feel like it's a must win for them. They can't even draw that game for me. I think a draw is as good as a loss, in my opinion, especially with us coming up next. So I feel like there's a lot of pressure on Arsenal. And like I said, in my opinion, it's a must win game for them.
Well, these next two games are just crazy. I mean, yeah, I agree with you, man. And I also think that they need to beat us, because the reason I think they need to beat us is I think they need to beat us home and away. I've said this to Arsenal fans before. They go, no, we don't need to beat you home and away. I say, no, the reason I think you need to beat us home and away, if you see what happened against Brighton, yeah, that'll happen to you again in the rest of the season more than it'll happen to us. That'll happen to us. It happened to us last year against Crystal Palace. Yeah, and every team goes through that. You can't get rid of it completely, right? You're always going to have those bozo results. But Arsenal, I think, are going to have more of them results than City. Hence why I think they need to beat us home and away. And if they lose against Spurs and we beat Brentford, and then obviously we beat them, they're going to be 8 points behind.
Because I've been telling people too, it feels like Liverpool might be more of a threat. Not threat, but they might be up there more than Arsenal this year, you know, especially with the injuries and just the mindset factor there too. If we're 8 points ahead of them, what type of Arsenal will we see for the rest of the season? Will they be deflated? Will they lose, track? Will they be as concentrated as before? So I think that all plays into it. But let's run through the next set of games before and the chat can get involved here. Tell me if we're going to win, draw, lose. Okay.
Yeah.
Brentford.
Win.
Inter.
Draw.
Arsenal.
Win.
Watford.
Win.
Newcastle.
Ooh.
Oh. It's a fucking tricky game, that, That's a tricky one, man.
St. James is my nasty place to go.
That is a grim place. That's a tricky place.
Is that a 12:30 kickoff?
It is a 12:30 kickoff.
Yeah,
it absolutely stinks, doesn't it? It does stink.
Stinks, bruv.
You know what? I'll say a draw. I'll take a draw.
I'll take a draw, bruv.
What score was it last year?
3-3.
We came back. And
no. 3-3 was the year before, wasn't it? We came back. Oscar Bob
was last year.
Oh yeah. So we won last year. Oh shit.
And with your thoughts about rotating for Inter, I think we'll rotate more for Watford. I think with this new Champions League fixtures, you want to get off to a best start. You don't want anything to happen to cause you to get out of that top 8, right? And I think the position of that top 8 matters to a certain degree. So I think we're going to actually try to get off strong in this Champions League so we can get the top 8 sealed off and see where we are to see if we need a goal difference to move up or down in that top 8. So I feel like we'll probably start off strong in that competition, in my opinion.
But listen, that is a valid strategy of just going bang Brentford, bang Inter, bang Arsenal, rest Watford. You got a whole week until you play the Newcastle game. That's a very valid strategy. I just think that Arsenal game is so huge because we have a chance, of doing serious damage to Arsenal. And I'm like, I just want to be fully fresh and fully focused for it. But at the same time, if you rest for Inter Milan and then you get beat, all of a sudden you're going into the Arsenal game off the back of a defeat, and that's not good either because you want to take momentum into it. So listen, it's tricky, and I think, to be honest, Dashmesh was probably right when he spoke about the slight rotation, in the Inter Milan game and just doing a couple of changes rather than wholesale. But at the end of the day, the managers have got to make these decisions because there's massive games. I'd also say as well, remember guys, Inter Milan have the Milan derby after our game. So they might think about, do they need to rotate as well, man?
Yeah.
It's a tricky one to navigate because there's so many games.
Yeah,
I
I
know,
think. What do you guys think about the new format? Because I know you had questions about that before, LB. Like, what do you guys think about the new format? Did you
I
guys
love
like
it,
the
bro.
rollout?
What do you like it?
I actually liked it. Actually, I'd like the set of games people are going to have is actually more. It's going to keep people more interested in the group stages because I felt like in the past you kind of knew who was going through, and I think not a lot of people watch the group stages for the Champions League. I feel like more people, unless you're like a fan of the club, I feel like more people tuned into the knockout stages of the Champions League, and you're going to have some really good games.
Of course.
In this league format, and I feel like it's just going to bring more eyes to the league. It's all about expanding the league globally, right? So I think that'll help with that as well.
I think it's a fairer format. I think it's a fairer format across the board. Well, as fans of Manchester City, we're kind of spoilt in the sense that if it's a group stage, if it's a league stage, we do kind of low key, high key expect to be qualifying. You know what I'm saying? We're one of the favorites for the tournament, but I think across the board for your less powerhouse of teams, whereas say last year or in the old format, if you're a Basel or Celtic or someone like that, and you're drawn in a group with Real Madrid and Inter Milan and some other team, you're screwed. You're just not qualifying. It's just not happening because you're playing 4 games against 2 of the best teams in Europe. You're done. Bad luck. Wait till next year. Whereas now you have, 8 games or 7 or 8 games against totally different opposition. You've got more chances to get your wins, pick up your momentum, and I think it's just a fairer crack at the tournament for.
Yeah, of course it is, bro. And bro, you've not got no excuses, right? So there's 36 teams in the tournament, right? If you finish 1st to 24th, you're either going through or you go through to the knockout stage. So the only way that you're getting knocked out off of the rip is if you fall in the bottom 12. If you fall at the bottom 12, that's on your fault. If you finish between 24th and 9th, you go into the knockout game. There's not really too many excuses that people could have. That I'm not going to win. The thing about like refereeing stuff, there's going to be no refereeing stuff. Yeah, because there's 8 matches and all you have to do is finish in the top 24. So, yeah, I think it's mint, man. I like it. I know a lot of people are slagging it off on that, but I think it's actually better. I like the fact that we're not playing the same team twice because I think that's proper boring. And, there are bigger games. And, yeah, will it devalue the bigger games in the knockout stages? Probably. Am I that bothered? No, I'm not that bothered because at the end of the day, the group stages are crap anyway. And now, actually, you can actually, take into interest. And just one final point on the league phase is that in the previous group stage, I don't want to be really bothered about my group. Yeah. Whereas now, because it's a one big group, one big league, you're actually looking at the league table and you're looking at like Liverpool. So I think it's good, man.
I also think as a match going fan, and I know not everybody is, but as a match going fan, it's way better. It's much more fun. You're getting 4 different away trips. You're getting 4 different home games, whatever. Instead of you get 3 teams in your group with you, and you're playing them each home and away, and that's your draw. That's your look of the draw until next year's group stages. You're getting it's just way better, lads. It's just a way better format.
Yeah, I think, and you also want, and I think we're going to go strong early too because you don't want. I don't think City wants to play any more games than necessary. And I think we don't even want to get dragged down into that knockout. And I think that will be 2 extra games in that January area where the FA Cup will come into play too. Yeah. So I think, that's. But one final point.
It's what a difficult one to navigate. Go on, bro.
I want to talk about, and this might get some people riled up in the chat. Nathan Ake. I know a lot of people are talking about John Stones, but Nathan Ake missed a month and a half last year because of calf injuries or hamstring injury. Are we? And he's going to be 30 next year. Are we maybe thinking about that left back? Are we looking at that too? Maybe moving him on? I know he's been great since he's joined.
I spoke about this in a stream the other day. I said, listen, it would not surprise me if Nathan Ake leaves, bro, because 1, that guy should be playing first team football because he's that good. He shouldn't be on a bench. And 2, You know, John Stones and Ake similar ages. So do you really want them sort of both going into the 32, 33, 34-year-olds and having to replace them at the both? You know, what I think probably going to happen is at the end of the season, I think one of them will leave and we'll sign another defender. And if it's Ake, I put serious consideration in going for Miguel Gutierrez at Girona. Serious consideration because he's a baller, man.
LV, I saw you were being hard on him when that Girona watched along, but you have to, just like with a lot of players, right? If you're in a not so good of a team, right, you're not going to be able to showcase.
Nah, you know what it is? I really like Miguel. He's like my son, and I'm trying to like, you know what I mean. When he does have a bad game, I got to call it out. Do you know what I'm saying? So now I'd still take him 100%, and I think you can get him for quite cheap. I think you can get for like 30 mil or 25 mil, something like that. Which
it's actually cheaper. It's actually cheaper than that. I think it's around like 20. I think it was around 20.
No money.
And Real Madrid has,
they're in the Champions League, then I don't think we can sign him in it. So
yeah, but I don't think. The thing is, it depends on where they finish next year. I mean, for this season, and I don't think they're going to have a Champions. I don't think they're going to have a Champions League spot. So we should be able to get him next summer.
Nah, defo. Nah, I agree, man. Look, big up for coming on again. As always jumping on the calling shows. I appreciate your support.
Glad to see back you.
Appreciate it, Ed, man. Good to see you, bro.
Big up. That kit's nice, man. I'll have to have a look at that. Right, we've got Rook and then AK, and then it's over, guys. It's over, yeah. But the callers so far tonight have all been mega. Yeah. So big up to everyone that's jumped on. I know sometimes, I was a bit nervous in it, jumping on the first time. I remember looking back at my first stream that I ever did on City Extra. I look like a mess. If Ake leaves, I think we'll back Doyle. That's not a bad shout because apparently he's slamming it already at Norwich,
Doyle?
Callum Doyle.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, he's signed for Norwich, and I'm seeing people on the timeline saying he's already slamming it. And everywhere he's been, Sunderland, Coventry, everyone said he's mint. So that's not a bad shout, that Dynamo. Not a bad shout at all. We'll have to see, innit? We'll have to see what we do, man. Yo, big up Rook, man. What you saying, bro?
I'm good, LB. Like, thanks for having me on your show.
Nah, chilling. Are you City fan or you support someone else?
Yeah, I'm an Arsenal fan.
Arsenal. Oh, go on. Talk to me about the next two games, bro. Because this could define your season. Let's be real. If you win them both, geez, that'll really kickstart. But you lose them both. Talk to me, man.
Yeah, I feel like the situation that Arsenal find themselves in, I really feel like Arsenal need to just they need to find a way to get maximum points. And I feel these games, it's really going to test Arsenal's squad depth. And if Arsenal were to drop points, it will kind of like show that like what people have been saying, that their squad is thin, that they left themselves short in the transfer window. Because when I saw the type of signings Arsenal made in the transfer window, I was like thinking I wasn't really happy with the signings they made because I felt like they needed a striker. Like I heard like other rival fans like yourself, LB, say that, or Man City fans say that Arsenal need a striker. Like you cannot try and go into a title race with City with Kai Havertz as your main striker. Like, come on. Yeah, and I said people were saying, Arsenal don't need a striker. We scored 91 plus goals, and I said, okay, fair enough. So I said, okay, what about the games we failed to score in? The games that we lost or drew, or like fine margins when a lot of games go down to the wire. I tried to tell them that Arsenal need a better striker. Like Kai Havertz, he's good, but Arsenal just need that killer striker because Kai Havertz should be someone like a backup striker. Like someone who can just come off the bench and add something different.
I listen. I agree with you. And the thing is, when it comes to Arsenal, I think they have been a bit tight with the spending. I think they should have bought another attacker, and I think they should have bought another creative midfielder. The facts are the facts. You've gone into the season, bro, with one proper creative midfielder in Odegaard. Because Rice is not a proper creative player. Marino's not a proper creative player. You sold Ferreira and you sold Smith Rowe. Yeah, so that to me is ridiculous. It's ridiculous that you've only got one creative player. You know what I mean? I really just don't understand. Now, obviously, you've got this Nwaneri coming through. Now, I'm being told by Arsenal fans that this guy is like meant to be the real deal. I've never seen him play. He's only ever played 14 minutes for Arsenal. but that is a lot of pressure to put on the shoulders of someone that's 17 years old. You know what I'm saying? And have you ever seen him play, bro?
I've seen a bit of him in preseason, but not much. But he's looked impressive. But I need to watch him properly for 90 minutes and see him like for maybe 5 games or more to make like a proper judgment on him. But like with regards to the striker position, I feel like with the striker position, I said to people the names that Arsenal should have gone for, and like Arsenal fans were saying like, oh, like Ivan Toney, he has bad attitude. Or Brentford were asking for too much. They said, oh, Osimhen, too expensive, or it's too expensive. Or some fans would say, like, some Arsenal fans would be like, oh, I don't know if he'll fit in our style of play, or he's not better than Kai Havertz. And I'm thinking, like, with some people, like, when Arsenal were linked with, that Sesko guy back in June, I didn't really like the links when Arsenal were linked to Sesko because I was thinking, hold on a second, why can't we try and go for like more proven, established names, rather because people will say, oh, Osimhen's a risk, or like or Tony's a risk, and all these like signings that you have to pay for big money. But at the end of the day, like every signing's gonna be a risk. Like,
of course it is, bro. You're spot on, right? And at the end of the day, yeah, like when you're spending big money, it's a risk. But all big money signings are risks. And yeah, sometimes they don't pay off. But what you're going to do, just never sign a big player. I was on the football terrace today with Don. I was saying, why don't you just spend the money and give Osimhen the wages that he wanted? Why? Because we need to make sure that he's actually good when he joins. I said, well, no top elite level player is going to accept a contract where you say, oh, we'll pay you lower money, and then if you do well, we'll give you more than you. That's not how they work. They're elite level
exactly.
players,
it doesn't work like that.
Would you have took Osimhen at Arsenal?
Yeah, I would take him because I just feel like Arsenal need a striker who's when he gets the ball and like he's not going to be taking too many touches before he scores, that he wants to shoot. Because like I just like because when Arsenal fans were saying, oh, like they want like a winger or goal scoring winger, I'm thinking like, where are you gonna find that goal scoring winger? That's the thing.
Yeah, bro. Listen, I'm with you, bro. I think you've let yourselves down as a club again. I don't think you're a million miles away from winning this league, or maybe even the Champions League. But I think you needed a striker. I think you needed another attacking midfielder, and then after that, I don't really think you needed much more. But for me, they are huge positions on huge players that you needed to sign, and I don't know whose fault it is. I don't know if it's Edu's fault. Is it Arteta's fault? I don't know because I don't know enough about your football club. But for me, I just don't think you've done enough, Rook. I can't lie, bro.
Yeah. I think when I look at whose fault, I kind of feel like it's a bit of Edu and Arteta's. Like maybe I don't know the full thing, but I just think it might be a mix of both because I think like was there reports close to the end of the transfer window where Arteta was saying like stuff like, oh, we have very good strikers, or he's more interested in looking at a winger, and I was kind of thinking like, was it because Arteta couldn't get the strikers he wanted, that's why he decided to go for a winger, or really and truly because he felt that he was being priced out of the market for strikers? Because people will say that, oh, there wasn't really anyone good out there, but outside of Isak, yeah, there was Tony, there was Osimhen. Arsenal should have decided to bid for one of those. And if they had rejected Arsenal, fair enough. But Arsenal didn't bother to even put in a bid. And the fact that people will just like some Arsenal fans will tell me, oh, like came into the season and say like, we don't need a 20-goal striker to beat City to the title. I'm thinking like, hold on a second. You need that X factor, because it's like I told some Arsenal fans, we don't have that X factor to get over the line. You necessarily need either a 20-goal striker or a striker who can score goals, who's won a league title. And when people will come with all this like thing of why they don't want Arsenal or Tony, no Arsenal fan has given me a genuine proper reason for why they don't want them. People will just be like, "Oh, attitude or this that," but no
Yeah,
one's
and those
giving me a proper
excuses. Nah, facts, bro. And those excuses are dead excuses, man. Yeah, I mean, attitude. Like at the end of the day, yeah, if the manager knows what they're doing, they can handle attitudes. What you think? Jose Mourinho's never handled attitudes. You think Pep's never handled attitudes? You know, Sir Alex Ferguson. Like they know how to handle attitude. You can't just go through and say, "Oh, any player with a bit of an ego, we're not having anymore." You think Haaland's not got an attitude or an ego? Yeah, he'll have an ego. So you got to manage it. This is where you show your man management skills. Yeah. So listen, bro. For me, I don't think you've done enough. I think you'll end up trophyless again. And you know, then you get into the Arteta conversation. But listen, big up for coming on, man. I appreciate you jumping on and giving us your views. And I like other people coming on from different fan bases as well because it's interesting. You know what I mean? Hearing other fan bases speaking it. You know what I mean?
You're becoming a bit of a counselor for these guys, LB.
Well, I'm a nice guy, bro.
You just exude that nice, warm vibe.
I'm here. I'm here to to speak. Do you know what I'm saying?
To be fair though, the fans from the three clubs that we've had on, I think they've all spoke good sense, good facts. To be fair to them,
yeah, because these are people that probably agree with a lot of what I say. Because if they don't agree with what I say, they probably
they wouldn't be here.
But trust me, there's plenty of people that don't like what I say. But listen, I always say this, yeah. Whenever I go on these shows, right, I never say much to wind people up. At the odd occasion I will, but when I'm doing it, you'll know I'm doing it because I'll be laughing. Yeah, most of the time I just get to say genuine opinion and but then you don't want to hear it because it's like harsh criticism, isn't it? Big up to Tinsay, says parking the bus at the Etihad and do the counters. That's what Arsenal are going to do. Well, yeah, that's probably what they will do, bro. You know what I mean? Because they won't want to lose. He'll probably set up exactly how he did last year, in my opinion. There's a big up to AK, last caller of the day, always in the streams, man. What are you saying, lad? Are you cooking today?
Nothing. I just got back from work, man. Like it was a 2 to 10 p.m. shift, so yeah, I just cycled my way back here, and just saw that. Oh, it's LB's call-in show. So yeah, I'm gonna make my way and just pop in here. So yeah, I mean, what can I say? I mean, it's a good start to the season. Three wins in 3 games. We are actually going steady and well. Now we go to the big test, which is Brentford and Newcastle. Newcastle's going to be tricky.
Facts.
Newcastle, I bet, is going to be tricky like last time.
That's why we need to beat Arsenal, so we've got that buffer.
Yeah. And on my break here, I was just seeing the Jamal Musiala news. I mean, I don't know if it's confirmed or if Jamal Musiala himself has confirmed that he's ready to join us next summer. So fingers crossed that he actually has made up his mind.
Well, the thing is with the Musiala thing, bro, I just put 2 and 2 together. And maybe I'm getting 5, yeah? But I look at it and go, he's on 90 grand a week. Right? These guys have been offering him a new contract for at least the last 18 months. Of course they have. He's been playing since he's 17. They've not left it this long. He's now going into these. He's obviously when he gets to the summer, he's going to have 1 year left on a contract. Anyone that thinks that Bayern have not offered him a contract yet, yeah, you're in cloud cuckoo land. Of course they've offered him a contract. You think we'd let Foden go into 18 months? So my point is, if they've offered him a contract, why has he not signed it? And then the only options then is, have they not offered him the money he wants? Of course they've offered the money he wants. The guy's a fucking elite level player. They're not going to be penny pinching with 18 months left. So I'm thinking to myself, he wants to leave.
You're
not
convinced?
I
mean, LB, like literally, like we've been behind Jamal Musiala for 2 seasons now, and in the January transfer window, we better get him because KDB is not going to stay for long, in my opinion.
But he could leave. I mean, my view on KDB is very clear. It's keep him and run him into the ground, until he can't move anymore. But there is a chance he could leave. Well, Q, you're not convinced on the Musiala, are you?
I just think there's a lot more to it, and I think we're being hopeless optimists. I want it. I want it more than anything. I think I've streamed about this guy so many times.
What do you put it down to, though?
I put it down to the club we're dealing with in Bayern Munich and the profile of the player. I think there's a lot more gymnastics going on than maybe we see. I think we think it's a lot more straightforward than it is. Like him running down his contract as long as possible. It can be him saying, I want to leave, I want to go. It can be, of course, it can be him saying, I want City. Maybe he has. Maybe AK is right to ask. Maybe he has decided he wants to come City. But it can also be, I'm going to make Bayern sweat. I want to be their top earner. I want to be the face of football in Germany. I want to be the face of Bayern Munich. I'm going to make them sweat, and I'm going to make them pay me every last dime that I want. Because if he goes and he accepts the contract last year, 18 months ago, he probably doesn't force Bayern to pay the same amount of money and give him the same amount of leverage that he has now. And whether we like it or not, it's not the nicest position to be in, and it also is a nice position to be in. Is that whenever any of these big players are touted to potentially move away, or they might be interested to move away, our name is always going to be used as leverage. They're always going to say, I like Man City, I like Pep, wouldn't mind playing for them. So that the parent club, the owner club, like Bayern, who are a big pride-filled club, big powerhouse Bayern, we're not going to get bullied. They go, hell nah, we're not getting bullied. We're not going to lose you, our star boy, to another European giant right now, Manchester City. Fuck, we better give this kid his 400 racks a week or whatever it is he's looking for. Now, that's just me playing devil's avocado. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I want it to be, he wants City, he wants Pep, he wants England, come back. You know, he played when he was younger there, and he can be homegrown and blah, blah, blah. It seems like a perfect fit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It seems like a perfect fit, and I think it is a perfect fit, bro. I'd give anything for Musiala. We get Musiala in with Haaland and, you know, all the stars we have. That team is ridiculous. But I just refuse to allow myself at this moment to believe it's straightforward and it's easy to predict. I'm not going to jump the gun. I'm not on the hype train, LB. Do you remember the old hype trains we used to run back in the day? That's
you got Jude Bellingham PTSD, you innit?
I do. No, that's fact. That's so true, bro. That's so true.
I know it, bro. I can see it. I can hear it in your voice, innit? You know what I mean? Nah, listen, it's going to be interesting, but I think there's a chance that this could happen, man. And, you know, he spoke in the past about Ballon d'Or. You're not winning the Ballon d'Or at Germany. You know what I mean? And I just think if he sees the chance of working under Pep Guardiola, because this is another thing, right? Is Pep going to take another job in European football after City? I don't know if he is. So, you're really kind of running out. If you're a player and you're being told, right, Pep's going to do 3 more years at City, and then he's gone. If you're a player and you want to work under Pep, this is it. This is your last chance. Otherwise, you ain't never going to work under him. So
you know what as well makes it a tricky situation? It's that he's working under Vincent Kompany at Bayern, yeah? So if he is interested in coming to City, naturally, Kompany is someone you're going to go to and say, what's City like? You know, would you think it'd be a good place for me? Kompany's in the conundrum of, he wants to promote City. He wants to say how great a place it is.
He wouldn't.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. He's going to say to Jamal, nah, they're dead. They're dead. Stay away.
He's going to be like, no, that club's absolutely dead, bro. You don't want to go there.
115.
Yeah. They're defo guilty, bro. I've seen them doing the dodgy deals, man. You'll be playing in the Championship a year later. Nah. Vinny Kompany would be professional and just say, nah, like, you need to stay here, like, in Germany and all that kind of shit.
Agent Vinny, LB, remember the name, Agent Vinny.
Yeah, nah, listen, bro, I'm for it. But I just think there's something in this. And at the end of the day, right, these talks about him signing this contract have been going on for over a year, and he's still not signed it. That's why I just don't think it's a money thing. And I just don't believe for 1 second that Bayern Munich have not already offered him ridiculous cash.
I'll tell you what, bro. If Bayern come crashing out of that Champions League this season at any disrespectful point, an unrespectable point, yeah, they don't get to a semi-final or a final, and they don't win the Bundesliga convincingly, which they absolutely should. I do think Musiala at that point might go, yeah, listen, you know, I need to get out of here. I need to go be somewhere else. Look, the reality is with these top players, I do believe there is substance to Musiala to Manchester City. I believe City are on it. I believe City want it. I believe there's definitely part of him wants it. But we're always going to be in the mix for these big players. You know what I'm saying? Whenever they're going to move around, we're always going to be in the mix. So,
and check this out, LB.
Check this out. Yeah,
LB. And I think I've got a few names that City can go for. Like
before you do
I
that,
would say Theo Hernandez.
One sec, bro. One sec. Before we move on to someone else, yeah. Look at this, yeah. We want to try everything to keep him as long as possible. We want to try everything. That sounds desperate to me. We're trying everything. What? Surely if you thought he was going to stay because you've spoken to him and he was like, yeah, I'll stay, providing you give me the money, you'll be like, yeah, we'll negotiate with him and he's going to... We're going to try everything we can. That to me sounds like you're in desperation station.
Desperation. Stinks of
You're getting me
desperation.
gassed. You're going to gas me up, bro.
Bro, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that's not desperate. We're going to try everything. What are you about? You trying everything? Why are you trying everything?
It might be a language barrier thing, direct translation. I don't know. I'm not doing this, bro. You gas it up. I've been stung, man. I really wanted
You
Bellingham.
naughty. You teasing me. You naughty.
Yeah, man.
Go on, Ake. What do you say? Theo Hernandez?
Yeah. I mean, if Ake, like you said, if Ake does leave, then I think there are some couple of good left back options. You can go for Grimaldo from Leverkusen. You can go for Theo Hernandez, and and also we can go for who is that? Gutierrez, in my opinion.
Gutierrez. I like Gutierrez, man. I think he's got serious potential. Serious potential. I thought he was amazing last year. Every time I watched him, he can invert, he can put a cross in, good on the ball. Didn't look too bad defensively as well, man. So I think he's the option, man. I don't think Theo Hernandez is like a 2019 style signing, you know. I think we've moved on.
Oh, and LB, just one funny story I have to share. Yeah, in my workplace, my colleague who's an Arsenal fan, I asked him this question. As an Arsenal fan, what do you actually want your club to go for? And he says, just a top four in the Champions League. I'm like, yeah, typical Arsenal fan. Typical Arsenal fan.
What, he just
A
wanted
top four in the Champions League spot.
What?
I don't know what's.
Oh, your colleague. Tell your colleague to wake up a bit, mate. Tell your colleague to wake up.
Yeah, is he also one of these colleagues who just talks about 115 all the time?
Yeah, there are a couple of United fans. I mean, like some United fans who are quiet right now because, anyways, they just got thrashed by Liverpool. So they stopped the 115 and all that. So it's all quiet and peaceful for now.
Nah, it's
We'll
weird,
see.
man. It's weird.
We'll
This
see.
is what it's. I've noticed something. Yeah, before we wrap up, I've noticed that fans who are not critical about their own team, yeah, just talk about 115 all the time. Fans who are critical about their own team never speak about 115. It's kind of weird. But listen, AK, big up for jumping on, man, as always, bro. Good to have you on. And
Yeah,
big up
big
for that
up,
stream
guys,
when
big up.
you jumped on when I was in Spain, innit? That when that fucking game got delayed by about 5 hours, or was it?
Yeah, I remember that.
So-
I think was it a City versus
Barca,
AC
wasn't it?
Milan game?
Or was it AC Milan? I can't remember. Which one it was, but yeah, it got delayed for time, didn't it? And that was, that was grim. Got delayed for 2 hours, man. But yeah, big up, man. Big up for jumping on. Big up to AK. Big up to everyone in the chat. You're not AK. There we go. Big up to Hugh as well. Listen, guys, his link's in the title. If you guys go over there and subscribe, make sure you get on there, and obviously make sure you all know Hugh in it from City Extra Days, Big 6 Days. So you get over there, subscribe to his channel. Taking a bit of a break now because it's been a long season, but he's going to be back posting content very shortly. But yeah, man, big up to you, bro. Big up to you for jumping on.
Yeah, man, always a pleasure to speak to the community. Some old faces, some new faces. So yeah, man, I'm starting a new job Monday, so I'm taking a couple of weeks off, but I'll be back October. October, I'll be back on my channel. So for all of you who watch me over there, I'll be back. I will be back. I'll be better than ever. But listen, yeah, big up for having me on, man. Everybody make sure to like, subscribe, run it up. Congrats on 20K. Haven't been on since you're 20K. My man, see you shining out there. And yeah, man, big up everybody, man. Big up.
Yeah. Big up chat. Big up to everyone that come on tonight. W callers, man. Absolutely some sick callers out there, man. So big up to you. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you subscribe. If you want to be on the calling show in the future, members always get priority. Hit that join button or hit the link in the description. Become a channel member. Help support the channel. And of course, you get first priority on the calls. And big up to everyone that jumped on, man. It was a six night. Guys, I am going to leave Twitch tonight because Twitch needs at least an hour and a half. And I've not got an hour and a half. However, I might jump on League Gunner's stream for 20 minutes and rattle some Arsenal fans.
What are you gonna run on Twitch when you get it up and going?
Madden.
We get some BO6 going when it comes out.
Yeah, get whatever going, bro. I'm
Yeah,
just
I'm gonna
not.
get
What
back
I
in-
made a mistake last time. I spammed out career mode, and it was good, but then I got really bored of it, and then I ended up stopping because I got bored.
Bro, telling you, man, we need to get our pro clubs going as well. We need to get our pro clubs going.
Yeah,
man.
100%. I'm getting it all going, man. I'm just gonna go on there and just stream random stuff. I'm not doing like the same thing every night. I'm just gonna go on there and just if I want to play COD, I'll play COD. If I want to throw some Hail Marys, I'll throw some Hail Marys.
Yeah.
But I've downloaded Madden, so I'm gonna get on that. I'm definitely gonna get.
Oh
on that.
yeah,
Sorry,
is that
pay for it
you,
as well.
Madden? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you know, because I was trying to chat. I actually really enjoy American football. I actually really like the sport.
Okay.
Like actually, like when I watch it, I'm like, this is a W sport, man. Like I actually really, really enjoy it. So, I played Madden before, only for like an hour, but I really enjoyed that. So I thought, you know what, let me start some sort of like career mode. I don't know what. I don't even know what the game is because I've only played it for like an hour. So yeah, we'll see anyway. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna link for Twitch is in the description, man. Link for Twitch is in the description. I'm gonna redirect you over to Lee. Lee's doing an emergency stream. So go over there, LB raid, and yeah. Catch you in the next one, people. See you later.